Hi friends, welcome to Finmas Talks. Today we are going to talk about a very special act in personal finance management. Before going to that, have you ever come across the culverts or stone carvings across temples, across forts? So there it is written, this Maharaja has erected this temple, or this is the fort constructed by whom, and their legacy is written that. If you want to have a similar kind of legacy for yourself, like a carving in stone in personal finance, you should watch this video. Yes, exactly. Married Women Property Act 1874 provides such sections. You can just literally can have a wealth legacy, or pass on your wealth to your family, that is your wife and children, just to by writing your wife name or just putting your wife. So that's what we are going to see today now. And please watch till end of video. If you are an insurance advisor, if you are managing personal finance of your family, you should watch this video. Let's go to the video now. Insurance under MWP Act 1874. It is a very special act, my dear friends. Please stay till end of this video. You are going to learn much more things today. Understanding MWP Act. Historical act is, it was enacted by British colonial era 150 years ago, exactly 1874. This act was enacted, aimed at addressing property rights of married women. What is the social context? If today we are talking about women right and equality in parliament, what would have been the context around 150 years ago? So definitely reflecting the societal changes and evolving attitudes towards women. Those days they have with the foresight enacted this act, and key provisions are basically to protect the property right of women, and it was a landmark decision. Even today it has got relevance, my dear friends. So we will see how it is affecting even today. What is MWP Act? So, and relevant section. We are talking about only in the context of insurance, my dear friend. This act, according to section 6 of this act, any married man take insurance under MWP Act. So just an endorsement. He has to sign a form, annexure, and then say that willingness to take under MWP Act. There is a form will be given, sign it, and then that will be endorsed. Once it is done, no one can change it. Nothing else. No separate procedure, my dear friends. And then under section 5, any married woman can also take under own behalf of taking insurance policy, that properties will be the policy money will be given to her only, right? So that is under section 6 is most commonly used. That is, even though if it is a rarely used instrument, this under this MWP Act section 6 is more common. That is because a man is taking for his wife and children, and taking women on their own is even a rarer occasion, my dear friends. And what is this in the what is in it in this policy? See here, if anybody takes this policy, supposing you are taking policy, you guarantee your family an estate, right? An estate should have been, and it is non-negotiable instrument. No one can change, nobody can transfer it to somebody else. It is a non-negotiable one. It gives 100% protection for lifetime of that woman, right? As long as she is alive. So whatever the policy money comes, whatever may be the age, that will goes to her only, that is the wife of the deceased. How does this MWP Act protect my family? The policy taken under MWP Act will be considered as a trust. Basically, he is forming a trust. The moment any person takes a policy, insurance policy under MWP Act, that is Married Women Property Act 1874, he is creating a trust, my dear friends. The policy proceeds are received by the trust and can only be claimed by trustees. Who are the trustees? Wife and children. Cannot be claimed by creditors. Very, very important, my dear friends. Cannot be claimed by creditors, relatives, or it will never form part of will. So will is different, my dear friends. But MWP Act, whatever the policy is taken, MWP Act, it will be considered as an estate of the deceased. The trust shall be holding the claim proceeds for the benefit of the wife and children. Under MWP Act, That is, your means the person who's are taking policy under MWP Act, wife and children will be the only ones who can claim, no one else. Right? As I said earlier, no creditors can catch. Even the court will not touch this MWP. So it is depend upon the discretion or the level of the court how they are interpreting. I cannot vouch for it, but at the same time, generally this MWP Act intent is to not to touch the policy money. So it goes without saying that this money is protected under the law. And absolute control you are providing the moment anyone takes the policy under MWP Act, the beneficiaries once mentioned in the policy terms unchanged throughout the term. Once the policy issued, it will not be considered part of insured business assets. Supposing a person has got a business assets and he dies, so the thing is that they can, creditors can come and claim the business asset, isn't it? So it cannot be, even if it is the case, even if the his personal property goes for the liquidation in the event of the death of that person, and legal here are responsible for paying off the debt, whatever the policy money under this policy money coming under this MWP Act insurance plan will not be claimed, targeted by the creditors, lenders of the business. Once the policy issued, it will not be considered part of insured business assets, that is estate, and so cannot be targeted. It has come twice, my dear friends, please excuse. So that is how it is a very powerful instrument for women and children. So if any married man, they should be considering take. Nowadays people are taking term insurance, no? So let us talk about this in next slide. Who can make best use of MWP Act? So any entrepreneur or employed individual with outstanding loans or financial responsibility. So before going to that, I will have a disclaimer running below. So it should not be an intention to defraud the lenders or banks or any other financial institution by taking MWP Act, my dear friends. If the intent is to defraud the lenders or financial institutions, that will be construed as fraud, my dear friends. That's why this MWP Act should be taken into true conscience, true intent. It is to protect property of women, entrepreneurs, individuals. But generally, if you are taking outstanding loan or financial responsibilities, it is better to protect one's family by taking policy term assurance under the Married Women Property Act, so that all the money will come into the family of deceased, that is the wife and children. Individuals aiming to shield their spouse and children from potential deceitful action by creditors and relatives. So in a joint family setup or any other partnership setup, the relatives may influence wrongfully. So at that time, if you are taking MWP Act insurance policy under MWP Act, you are providing a shield, my dear friends. Considering the substantial sum involved in term life insurance, basically the term life insurance, you are going for a big sum assured, no? That is 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 10 crore, 25 crore. So such time, if something happens to the deceased, so what will happen? It becomes crucial for anyone purchasing such a coverage to contemplate safeguarding the family. So even having a windfall money in the event of death and then nobody is to manage that fund, some person within the family or influential person may take that money, okay, may influence, or it will be a threat to that family also. If that person takes that policy under MWP Act, definitely it will give you a double protection, my dear friends. Double means added protection. And it is advisable for everyone investing in term life insurance to opt for protection under MWP Act. Ensuring substantial benefit amount serves as a robust financial safeguard for their loved ones in case of unforeseen incidents. So it is for, if you are taking term insurance, that is the best love letter you can give to your wife and children. So at the same time, make sure that if you are taking MWP Act 1874 and 1874, that will have an added shield or protection to your family wealth. You can create an 100% estate to your family. So special features of policies taken under NWP Act. There are some doubts. So what about assignment? What about loans? Say assignment. Once you take the policy under MWP Act, you cannot assign it. No assignment can be done to the policy. And then loans. No loans can be taken. Surrender. So this policy can be surrendered only under the sign of trustee of the policy or for the beneficiary under the trust. Surrender amount will be paid to the beneficiary only. So policyholder cannot take the money. If I am taking policy under MWP Act, beneficiary will be my wife and children. So only my wife can take surrender value and she can utilize the money. At no point of time I will be enjoying my own money also. So in case of divorce, so what will happen? No change in the status of policy. Beneficiaries still remain wife and child or children only. Beneficiary once opted cannot be changed even if it is divorce. So it also doubly protection the female. It is to basic idea is to protect the property rights of the woman, my dear friends. So that's why you should be very careful when you are taking this plan also. So just joking, but at the same time consider this if you have to. If wife predeceasing the policy, maturity or policy holder, what will happen? So supposing a person takes a policy under wife's name, if she is predeceasing, what will happen? The legal heir of policy holder shall receive the policy money. That's it, my dear friends. The money will come back to legal heir of the policy holder. So naturally it will be children or close relatives, that is class 1 legal heirs. So in that case, it is a double shield protection for your family and especially for your wife. And if you want to take policy under MWP Act, definitely you can take. There is one more option. Can you take more than 2 policies? Yes, you can take 2 policies under a different name. Under different plans, and still you can take under MWP Act, my dear friends. I'm just fumbling. So you can take 2 different policies or more policies. Still, these policies can be taken under MWP Act. So one has to give thorough thought over MWP Act 1874, whether this plan should be taken. And if you want to protect your wife and children, definitely you should take. And if you are taking term assurance, if you are taking a large term assurance, if you are going for a loan, then also you can take. But once again, I would like to tell you, this MWP Act 1874 should not be used as a tool for frauding the lenders or creditors. So it should not be an intention. Anything to defraud or taking the policy like that, it is not a correct way to do. But MWP Act is a special provision to protect the property right of spouse, that is wife and children. So use this. If you want to more information, please do contact me or put a comment inside. There is a lot of queries will come, I know definitely. And then there is also a disclaimer about this policy. I just put it in description box. What is the disclaimer and legality? Please go through it and get benefited. And you can join my financial education community. If you want any changes, if you want to add anything in this policy, you can also come back to me. And thanks for watching, my dear friends. And if you want to join as an insurance advisor, you can always contact me. This is my website, startuppin.in. And please subscribe, comment and share. And thank you very much, my dear friends. Thank you. Bye bye.